day, everyone! Most especially to all my grades and students of Placido Miquiabos National High School. How are you guys? Well, it's me again, your teacher, Mamshi Ives, and I would like to welcome you all to Lesson 2 of English 10 Quarter 1, Module 2. We have the final assessment for Module 2. We have our post-test. To check what you have learned in Module 3, you need to answer this post-assessment. And here is the directions. Read each question below and write the letter of your answer in your notebook. Number 1. What do you call a sentence that tells the main idea or point of view of the whole essay? Letter A. Topic sentence. B. Main idea. C. Funky paragraphs. Or D. Thesis statement. The correct answer for number 1 is letter D. Now let's continue. Number 2. The conclusion of the persuasive essay should A. Leave the reader satisfied. B. Include a call to action. C. Provide a new strong idea. Or D. Leave the reader wondering. What do you think is the correct answer for number 2? Well, the correct answer for number 2 is letter B. Include a call to action. Next is we have number 3. What persuasive technique is used in the statement? Homework is boring, dull, and uninteresting. Is it letter A, exaggeration, B, repetition, C, emotive language, or D, groups of 3? The correct answer for number 3 is letter B, repetition. Now let's move on to number 4. Which persuasive technique is used when the writer uses words like we, you, our, and us, which your audience think you are talking only to them? Is it letter A, repetition, B, alliteration, C, exaggeration, or D, personal pronouns? Well, the correct answer for number 4 is letter D. Let's proceed to number 5. What persuasive technique is used when a writer uses facts, numbers, information, and logic when persuading? Letter A. Appeal to emotion. Letter B. Appeal to reason. Letter C. Bandwagon. Or letter D. Repetition. The correct answer for number 5 is letter B. Appeal to reason. Now let's proceed to number 6. Which of the following is the correct definition of persuasive essay? Is it A. It explains an idea. B. It asks questions and then answer them. Letter C. It explains a topic or action. Or letter D. It sways the audience thinking or action. So what do you think is the correct answer for number 6? The correct answer for number 6 is letter D. It sways the audience thinking or action. Number 7. What is a rhetorical question? A. A statement of fact. B. A question that is part of a quotation. C. A question requiring a response from the audience. Or D. A question designed to make an audience think. Well, the correct answer for number 7 is letter D. A question designed to make an audience think. Number 8. Which of the following is the correct definition of the thesis statement? Is it A. The main idea of an essay? B. It is a way a writer introduces a thesis? Or C. It is an explanation of an essay? Or D. It is a prompt for an essay? The correct answer for number 8 is letter A. It is the main idea of an essay. Now let's continue. For number 9, here is the question. How would you feel if you have 2 hours of homework every night? This is an example of A. Emotive language, B. Groups of 3, C. Facts and statistics, or D. Rhetorical questions. The correct answer for number 9 is letter A. Emotive language. Next is we have number 10. Which of the following is not an example of evidence? A. Statistics, B. Results from research, C. Expert opinion, or D. Personal opinion. The correct answer for number 10 is letter A. Statistics. Now let's proceed to number 11. How many paragraphs do you need in the body of a persuasive essay? A. 2, B. 3, C. 4, or D. 5. What is the correct answer for number 11? The correct answer for number 11 is letter D, which is number 5. Now let's continue. Number 12. What persuasive technique or device is used in the statement below? Believe me, I've been there before. I'm just like you. Is it A. Appeal to trust, B. Appeal to reason, C. Bandwagon, or D. Exaggeration? The correct answer for number 12 is letter A. Appeal to trust. Now number 13. Which sentence in this introduction paragraph is the thesis statement? The average Filipino family spends nearly half of its resources per month on food. The Philippine Authority or Statistics Authority or PSA reported that at the end of the second quarter of 2018, food expenditure stood as 41.5% of total household expenditures. In the Philippines, more than half of family members are identified as dependents, based on the Philippine Statistics Authority or PSA on July 2018 overall dependency ratio of 57.7%. This means that the total family income is mostly spent on food, and less spending is made for clothing and other basic service necessities, such as housing, electricity, water, and other social services such as health and education. Letter A. This means that the total family income is mostly spent on food, and less spending is made for clothing and other essential service necessities such as housing, electricity, water, and other social services such as health and education. Letter B. The Philippine Statistics Authority or PSA reported that at the end of the second quarter of 2012, food expenditure stood as 41.5% of total household expenditure. Letter C. The average Filipino family spends nearly half of its resources per month on food. Or letter D. In the Philippines, more than half of family members are identified as dependents, based on the Philippine Statistics Authority PSA on July 2018. Now let's move on to number 14. Which two paragraphs are the most similar? A. Introduction and conclusion, B. Introduction and body paragraphs, C. Conclusion and body paragraphs, or D. None of the paragraphs are similar. The correct answer for number 14 is A. Introduction and conclusion. Finally, the last question is, this part of persuasive essay summarizes the main points of the text. Letter A. Introduction, B. Thesis statement, C. Body paragraphs, or D. Conclusion. The correct answer for number 15 is letter B. Thesis statement. Are your answers correct, guys? Well, very good. Congratulations. This has been your teacher, Ma'am Shi Ives, saying bye-bye.